How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today we're talking about Virgin Galactic, or SPCE stock, and how it went down 10% today, the news that came out, and I'm going to talk to you about two things or two reasons why this is actually really good if you are an investor or a potential investor, and how you can make money in the short term with this. So if you guys like this, please leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. There might be some noise. There's some construction going on upstairs. So if you guys like this, please hit the thumbs up. Also, if you want to join us on the road to 20,000 subscribers, my girlfriend says that will be an awesome number to hit. She's really excited about that. So definitely hit the subscribe button below. We do daily videos, sometimes even a couple times a day on different stocks. And if you want to support the channel in another way and get some free money, you can check out the link down below. Sign up with WeBull and deposit $100. This is the last day where you can get 3 free stocks. So definitely check that out. Definitely get that free money if you can. So Virgin Galactic is down about 10% today. And I think some people are confused about this. Some people already know. But Virgin Galactic came out with a reschedule in their next test flight. So they say here, in accordance with new guidelines from the New Mexico Department of Health to disrupt the spread of the pandemic in the state, today announced that it will be minimizing its operational footprint at its New Mexico facilities. So they have to diminish or decrease the likelihood of the pandemic spreading. I have to say pandemic so I don't get demonetized. YouTube still looks over what we say here. With the health and safety of our team members in mind, and in accordance with the recent direction from the New Mexico Department of Health, we will be minimizing our New Mexico operations to the greatest degree possible. While these new restrictions cause us to adjust our flight schedule, we will take this pause in stride, and we will be prepared to resume our pre-flight procedures and announce a new test flight window as soon as we can. Our team members at Virgin Galactic, our future astronauts, and our fans around the world remain incredibly excited about our upcoming spaceflight. So very succinct and to the point there. They're delaying operations just because of the spike in pandemic cases. This came out just today. And obviously it caused the stock to drop very quickly. It caused about a 10% sell off. And this is good for a couple reasons. But, before we get into that, I want to show you what the Motley Fool said about this upcoming year. So this is just from a few days ago. They were talking about how exciting the new space flight is, because after we get the space flight done, we can send up Richard Branson. We can get some people that actually are paying for tickets. And you can see here, they're talking about how we have collected less than $250,000 in revenue this year, while we expect to collect about $12.4 million in revenue next year. So this was what they expected. Obviously, though, if we get pushed back, if our timelines get pushed back, we don't know how long this will take to get over. We don't know how long the pandemic will be around, how long the cases will spike, but this could cause us to be pushed back. Now, there are a couple reasons I think this is actually good for SPCE, or not necessarily for the company, but for us as investors. First of all, if you are in this for the long term, it doesn't really matter. So if you're in it for 5 or 10 years, being pushed back a couple months really doesn't matter, except for the numbers that you see in your portfolio. I don't see this as a big problem. It's just another delay, something that we're going to have to wait for. But it's not like they're not going to be working, right? They're just going to be working in the background a little bit more. Now, if you are a long-term investor, you can actually pick up more shares now for a pretty nice decrease. I mean, back when the pandemic hit, once stocks dipped, I like that. I took advantage of that. I love 10% drops, especially if it's not something that's necessarily wrong with the company, or there's not really a good reason for it. Like if you're investing in the stock for 5 or 10 years, like I said, this isn't going to matter long term. Now, if you're a short-term investor and you're worried because you dropped 10%, well, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't necessarily what's going to happen. But typically when you see a correction like this, 10% a day, typically it bumps up over the next few days. And it might even drop lower right now. We don't know. But the thing is, if we announce the next flight window soon, if it's a month down the line, 2 months down the line, yeah, that might be a little bit longer than you want to hold on to the stock. But it could jump right back up 10%. So whether you want to put more money in or whether you're just holding for a little bit longer, this is not going to affect the stock long term. And if anything, it just gives it to us at a discount. Now, a lot of people ask, what is a good buy-in price for, whatever stock I'm talking about? For Virgin Galactic, though, It's very difficult to know because the fact is they don't have any revenue right now. Now, they are expecting about $1 billion worth of revenue from each location that they have. Now, that is a pretty significant amount when you consider this is about a $4.7 billion stock. So this is AssetDash.com. You can see real time what the market cap is, $4.7 billion. Let's say they build up to 5 locations, right? Where they have these $1 billion worth of revenue out of each location. That would be, right at their market cap right now, a price to sales ratio of 1. So I know I'm talking years down the line, but I talked about a stock earlier. It was one that ARK Invest just invested $40 million in one day into, the number one buy by far of that day for ARK Invest. And that was a stock that is Teladoc. They are a doctor's office conferencing type website. You can schedule appointments on there. And they had a price to sales ratio of over 15. So if we have 5 locations, so 5 locations with $1 billion worth of revenue of each location, and we're at a market cap right now of just under $5 billion. If we got up to the price to sales ratio of Teladoc, right? If we got up to that, we would 15x where we are now. So this would go to a $300 stock. So I am not worried in the short term about this company. I just want to see them, successfully go up. Let's say they continue operations. I would hate to see some of their astronauts get some of the virus and maybe some other employees too. I don't want it to be like Workhorse where 36% of their workforce has it. So I would rather have them close down, be safe, resume operations here soon, whether it's a month or 2 months, something like that. I would rather have them do that than have the alternative. Of course, you could say, well, they might not have any cases, and that might be true, but they're just conforming to their law, right? To the state law. So I'd rather have this, and I still think this is a great company if they're able to do what they want to do successfully. Again, I think it could be a $300 stock. I think it could easily be a $300 stock if they have 5 locations, right? Especially because this is something that you can put in every single part of the country, and I think people will go to. So if you put it in major metro areas like New York, down in Florida, California, Texas, one maybe in towards the middle of the country somewhere, I don't know, maybe near Chicago, I think this is going to be an awesome company to invest in, and it has a lot of growth potential. Again, it's all about safety and efficiency at this point. I think this is a good buying time for the company. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but if you're trying to get into this company, I don't know if we're going to see it drop more. I don't know if we're going to see it go up, but I think that based on where it is now, it's not a bad stock if you're looking at one that is high risk, high reward. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you want to see the video where I talk about Teladoc and why ARK Invest bought $40 million worth in one day, which is significantly more than any other company that they bought that day, you can check out the video here. Thank you guys for hitting the like button and for checking out WeBull in the description below, and I'll see you right here.